This is a general reading. This automatically means, Gemini, that there will be certain things that are said in this reading that may resonate with you, and there will be some things that don't. Please don't get carried away or distracted by information in the reading that doesn't apply to you. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and please avoid making any rash decisions based on a general reading. You like a read based on your own personal energy. Hi, Bonnie 161. You like... Your name was a channeled message in Aquarius. That's weird, Tony. You'd like a personal reading based on your own personal energy, you can always book at my website, angelic-ascensions-tarot.com. We're going to talk about topics that are sensitive. Please take the opportunity to click off if you need to, if you're not in the headspace to hear about sensitive topics, because we're going to go there. Some of you just know this is not your reading. So have the discernment and the discretion to know the difference. And don't blame the reader if you don't catch on to that right away. Otherwise, Gemini Nation, let's get into it. Let's see what might be playing out for you over the next 7 days for the Gemini Nation. Okay. 7 of Swords, Queen of Swords. Some of you are dealing with an air sign. You're catching somebody. You're catching somebody. You're calling somebody out. It's like somebody's trying to avoid consequences. They're trying to avoid accountability for something. The Star. Some of you are dealing with an Aquarius, or you have Aquarius in your chart. Let's see what this is about. This is interesting. I'm tempted to put your hands on somebody, Gemini. Maybe you work. Maybe you deliver packages. Maybe you're getting packages delivered. I'm trying to see what is going on with this situation. You have the Emperor. So this has something to do with a fire sign for some of you. That's the person that's getting caught in the act. Or somebody has fire placements, okay? Somebody's doing something to you. They have done something to you, or they could potentially do something to you this week. Gemini, where you feel like you were absolutely unworthy of somebody's low blow. Somebody's being false. They're being fraudulent. And it seems like this is just something that's resting on your mind. Some of you are dealing with Capricorn. So something has definitely got you in a negative state of mind. And it has you very watchful of someone. Or for some of you, this is someone who is watchful of you, Gemini. Somebody's been watching you for a while, I feel. What's going on with the Gemini Nation? Who's in the Gemini Nation's energy spirit? It seems like somebody is irritating you. Okay. Some of you Geminis are on medication, possibly for depression. Yep, there is a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody's trying to get away with something. Run away from something, like somebody doesn't want to face you. They don't want to show their face. Somebody knows that they did something against you, like a crime. This would be theft for some of you. This is done on social media for some of you. Some of you, maybe you'll find something. I'm not telling you to go search connected to your partner. I'm not. But I am saying that Some of you have already been, I did say you're watchful of someone, Gemini. And some of you, maybe there's something online that might reveal an affair that somebody is having, which someone will regret. They're going to regret this down the line. But right now, it looks like somebody is having fun until you found out about the truth. And now it feels like the fun and games are over. And somebody is maybe avoiding a meeting with you. Maybe there is maybe a scheduled meeting, a set meeting that you're supposed to have with someone. They're avoiding it. Yeah. There's a lot of lies and manipulation caught up in this situation, Gemini. You definitely have someone that's trying to cover up the truth and act like they're going to frame it, Gemini or cross watcher, as if you're in the wrong. It's you that's being crazy. It's Gemini. Gemini is accusing me of whatever, such and such. But it's not an accusation, it's the truth. And it looks like, I don't know if this person thinks that it's not evident what they're doing, but it truly is. And it's just a matter of time before this information comes out, because it's definitely coming to the surface, or it already has. And it seems like that brings you a level of satisfaction. Gemini, having the truth come to the surface regarding something. Something could possibly, I did say maybe you're online, something could be going on social media. Something could possibly be revealed or detected by a follower. Gemini. Somebody wants you to be done. Somebody feels that maybe you snitched on them, Gemini. Or there's a third person in the situation that could be snitching on someone. Like I said, whatever way the truth has to come out, whether it's with your own two eyes or by word of mouth, Spirit is going to make sure that the truth is detected and that it is seen by anyone who needs to see the truth, anyone involved. This includes a court situation, but this feels like this is more so at work or in a love relationship. Come on, you got the Seven of Swords yet again. You have it not once but twice in your situation. I feel that someone is maybe making accusations and false accusations against a mother. Maybe this is rumors that are being spread. Spirit, show me what's going on with the Gemini. Sometimes I hear your voice in my head. What kind of stuff is this? Gemini? Because I don't want to hold this up and say that, okay, yes, somebody does. They hear negative voices in their head. Let me explain. Some of you, I think somebody does have like a certified mental illness. I think so. Some of you, it seems like somebody knows that something is wrong, yet they still do it anyway. They're ignoring their conscience. But this week, their conscience catches up to them. This is being done in the workplace. Okay, let's see what this is about. Because it seems like it's causing a lot of commotion, a lot of ruckus. And there are people that are in on it. Investigation. Thank you, Spirit Guides. So it looks like somebody is investigating. I mentioned it could be you. You might be investigating someone. You could be investigating your partner. But I mentioned other people are in on what's going on. Other people see it. Other people that are curious about it, including a Virgo. Yes, thank you, Spirit Guide. Somebody is an instigator, instigating something, possibly for money. And somebody will stab you in the back for this money, it looks like. You are in court. Let's talk about this court situation. Oh, we already talked about it. You're under investigation. This could be, for somebody, this isn't court. You're being investigated at work, where other people are investigating a situation. I mentioned to you, somebody is skipping out on a meeting. Is this court? If you have a court date, Gemini, don't miss your court date. What's going on in court for the Gemini Nation Spirit guides? Who's under a mother figure is under investigation. The crooked man. Okay, so we already know somebody has bad intentions. We already know that somebody is a swindler. Okay, you got a lot going on, Gemini. You got a lot. You do have somebody watching you. Somebody's watching your mail, possibly. Maybe you need to go to the post office. Maybe this is you being on the lookout for something that may come through the post office. Maybe it has something to do with court. Somebody definitely has consequences for something that they're doing. Look at this. You have even more people. Whatever this is, it feels like the situation is catching the eyes of a lot of people. Other people want to know the tea. They want in on this. Okay? Something is catching a lot of attention, and it looks like there's someone approaching the situation with something to say. Yeah, then you had some more eyeballs on the situation. This is the person that's investigating the situation. Somebody's combing through something with a fine comb, with a fine-tooth comb. Yes, courts of justice. You are going to court. And I mentioned to you that there are consequences for someone's actions. The thing is, it feels like you might feel as though somebody is getting away with something. And you want to hold somebody accountable for what it is that they're doing. Too many people have seen there is way too much evidence for someone to deny the wrongdoing or the indiscretion, whatever this happens to be. It feels like it's connected to money. It hits the fan this week, Gemini. Or it already has. Yeah, this is somebody trying to cause your downfall. Or because of whatever this is that's going on, whatever this deception is that's going on in the background, it causes someone's demise, their downfall. There's final decisions that are being made this week. It seems like somebody is just feeling a little bit overwhelmed about how this will go down. Some of you Geminis or cross watchers, it may be necessary to get your paperwork in order. Because it looks like your papers are scattered. Some of you, either you are tarot readers or you're going to maybe look into your situation to find out the truth. To find out how a situation plays out. Maybe that's what brings you this way. Maybe it's you concerned about the outcome to a legal situation, especially if it's tied to your home, is what I feel that this happens to be. Come on, Nikki. You're the truth seeker. Somebody's questioning someone. Somebody's getting questioned about something. Now, this stuff could be happening in front of you, Gemini or crosswatcher, or it could be happening behind the scenes. Yeah, somebody did something for the wrong reasons. To say that there would be a right reason for somebody to do this, but yeah, something has you really in your head. Like I said, it feels like you're constantly thinking about something. Yes, it's this card says, sometimes I hear your voice in my head. Somebody is rehashing the situation. Yeah, even more eyeballs. That's what I mean. Too many people have seen something for something to go undetected. Like I said, people want to know. They know the tea. They've seen something. Now they want to know how something is going to play out. So I imagine somebody's being questioned. Some of you could be being questioned by a lawyer, a law enforcement officer, possibly. Somebody's getting questioned. That's what's going on. Somebody's targeting you. And it feels like somebody is trying to affect your money, unless your finances are affected because of legal fees. Seems like you're super stressed out. You're stressed out about your financial situation. Yep, Gemini, that's what this is. You're confronting someone. So, I mean, we're seeing this lately in your reading. Okay, I see the connection. The card that says, sometimes I hear your voice in my head. Maybe it was something that you said. It definitely feels like there's a confrontation. It's not just knowledge of the truth. This is you confronting somebody, verbally cornering someone, accusing someone, because it feels that you've had enough. Some of you, you're actually going to approach this person, but for some of you, you're just kind of like visualizing this in your head. You're just imagining maybe what it would be like to get in somebody's face and tell them what you really want to tell them, give them a piece of your mind. That's what that looks like to me. And like I said, this feels like this is at work. And since we're talking about work already, it seems like you got some urgent work that might need to get out this week. You got a lot of people requesting a lot from you this week, Gemini or cross watcher. And it looks like the pressure's on. And it feels like that's also something that you're worried about. The thing is, you look pretty relaxed at the same time. So maybe you're feeling very distracted. I think you're feeling very bored at work. You feel that what you do professionally is just not your thing. So you could possibly be maybe getting into something else. Maybe you do work online. Didn't I say somebody being questioned by a lawyer? Somebody is thought that they were getting away with something. Justice prevails in a particular situation. Definitely somebody's being investigated and calling somebody out. This is the truth. I'm trying to see if I can get beyond that part of the story. Like, what got you here? For some of you Geminis, you're dating somebody at work. Maybe you are. Or you're observing this. You're amongst the spectators, okay? Because definitely something is catching a lot of attention. Right? Somebody's watching you like it's a sitcom. Unless maybe you do work in socials and maybe you provide the tea. That's why you're a tarot reader and people want to, kind of get a vibe about what's going on with maybe some people around them so they can run their mouth and gossip. That's what this feels, right? It seems like you work around a lot of gossipy people. These people are messy. I know gossipy is not a word, but I'm going to act like it is. I think your financial situation is taking a turn. I do feel that people see you as though you're extremely introverted. You're not really out of your office. You're not really talking to people. People are taking notice of the change because usually it feels like you're pretty friendly. You go out of your way to maybe speak to people. This week, the vibe has changed. And you're thinking about somebody that has irked you. Let's see what this court... Well, I already talked about the court situation. Some of you are under investigation. I mentioned to you there's a mother figure that's being questioned. And somebody has anxiety about it. They're worried about how a legal situation is going to play out because it seems like somebody has declared war in your particular situation. And you're predicting in your mind a disaster. You're feeling that things are just not going to come together. Or maybe certain things are not going to happen in time. Maybe you kind of feel shunned by the people that are around you. Maybe it's not that you're being introverted. Maybe you just feel like maybe people around you are not really true. They're not honest. They're not authentic. It looks like somebody's being bullied. I don't think is the Gemini. Is somebody going to bully a Gemini? But I guess anything is possible. But somebody feels like they're being treated as an easy target, as a scapegoat. And then you got these other people in the background that are operating as the flying monkeys for this particular person, because there is one person, there's a ringleader in the background of the situation. Yes, and somebody's doing this because of money. Now, there's a mother figure that's being accused. This feels like it's because of abuse. So it seems like law enforcement gets involved. And since I was telling you that somebody is spying on you, somebody could possibly be using technology to spy on you. Just kind of watch your whereabouts, trail your movements. Somebody is in the military. Come on, here we go. You got the dark magic that's going on in the background. Not for all of you, but for some of you, this is being done by not just one person, but by a few people. A select few of people that you're aware of. And they're watching to see if their magic is working. And, you know, these people think that things are looking pretty hilarious. There's a few people that are watching because they're laughing at somebody's downfall. Gemini. That's had some messy people. For some of you, this is family members. There could be whispers and chatter amongst family members about a particular situation, especially if somebody knows about a third party. It feels like the family knows, but the person that is in the coupled relationship may not know what's really going on. Somebody has somebody pregnant. Or Gemini or cross-watcher, somebody had a baby on you. Maybe while you were pregnant, somebody was frolicking around with somebody else, or they had another kid somewhere else. It feels like you could be dealing with someone who has children in maybe multiple households. And it seems like somebody is trying to come back. I do feel that someone is trying to reconcile with you. And I do not feel that you're interested. Or at least that's the vibe that you're giving off. Somebody has two baby mamas, or they have like an issue with a family member and somebody that they're dating, or an ex of theirs. I think somebody would like to reconcile with you, Gemini, or at least get on better terms with you, give you an apology or this sort of thing. Because I think somebody knows that they've wronged you and they were completely foul with the things that they did. But it feels like somebody is standing in the way. For some of you, it feels like somebody is standing in the way of coming in between a relationship with a parent and child, or other family members, and somebody feels pitted against. They don't want to feel like they're caught in the middle of a situation. So right now, it just seems like they're in some area of your life, things are kind of up in the air. And because things are up in the air, it's kind of hard for you to kind of plan ahead or choose a path. Because you realize that it's time for a new beginning. It's time for a fresh start in some area of your life. But if this is a person that you're in a relationship with, you're in a relationship, Gemini, but they're not. They don't. This is somebody that does not really try to resist temptation. If temptation is placed in front of them, they take the bait. So it looks like, I think Gemini, somebody loves you, but they don't want to commit. For some of you, there's somebody that loves you. And for others of you, there's somebody that's doing spell work to try to get somebody to love them. Doing love work, playing mind games with someone. So this is a toxic situation where there's been betrayal after betrayal. Somebody gets a kick out of all the attention that they get. So yeah, this is the week that I think that you find out about infidelity. You find out about all the things that were hidden behind your back, Gemini or cross-watcher. The people that are spying. You find out all of this stuff. The people that are kind of watching. You find out about those who are preying on your downfall. Those who are genuinely targeting you. You see it. You see it for the truth. You see somebody's ulterior motive for some of you. Or for others of you, you're kind of dating somebody, you're getting to know them. It doesn't look like somebody's ready to settle down. Even though you might have a very strong attraction to this person, Gemini or cross-watcher, that doesn't make somebody be ready for something that they're not ready for. It looks like somebody's put a lot of expectations on where a particular situation goes, and the other person is just not into it like that. Something comes to an end. Gemini or cross-watcher, this is you possibly ending things with this individual, because it definitely feels like this is the week that you get the breakthrough. There's clarity in your situation. You're realizing that somebody is not ready to change, and that somebody really is kind of enveloped in darkness, but they're comfortable in this darkness. I don't know. I would say that they are. There is a level of guilt, but not enough guilt to maybe make them change. It seems like somebody's afraid of the consequences, but not really. And if the consequences mean losing you and you completely walk away, like I said, they love you. They just don't want to commit. So this is going to hurt. Now, this is something else. Somebody thinks that other people are blind to what's going on. What happened? I get somebody's targeting you at work for some of you, or somebody's targeting you with a legal situation. Let's get your vision check, Gemini. Seems like you might need a new prescription for glasses, or your child does. What's going on with the Geminis? You got some new work opportunities coming in, Gemini or cross-watcher. So speaking of work, there could be an important phone call that you might be getting this week. I mentioned to you, there's somebody coming back. This might be the week that somebody reaches out. You might be deciding to work from home, Gemini or cross-watcher. Some of you maybe have an assignment due for school. Some of you, it seems like you're just like cramming for an exam. This is Gemini. You're worried about something. You got somebody that's in the military. Somebody could possibly be a veteran. Gemini, the more I shuffle, the more situations I see kind of playing out. Okay. Somebody is getting readings done on you, Gemini. Somebody could possibly be going to a reader, or you are the reader, Gemini. Like I said, somebody's trying to find out about their particular situation. Somebody wants to know how a situation will work out in their own thing, with their own circumstances. But in some instances, you have outsiders that are spying in your situation using divination. They're using divination as spy tools to try to, kind of see what's getting ready to happen and come in and block it. Some of you, did I mention you work online, you work on social media? Yeah, as soon as I park the deck, that's exactly the case for some of you. Maybe you have an aspiration to do socials, to work on social media. Maybe you're a blogger. Maybe you host a podcast, this sort of thing. If so, I did tell you that there's a lot of people that are watching. So it seems like the momentum is growing. There's a lot more interest, a lot more buzz around your name about what it is that you're doing. Especially, like I said, whatever it is that you're working on. Some of you, it feels like credit is extended to you. Some of you could possibly be getting an increase on your credit card, your credit limit. Because for some reason, it definitely feels like you're concerned about credit. Especially if this has something to do with a move. So maybe that's what this communication is about. You have some good news that's coming in. At least you view it as good news. So if you've been waiting, kind of chomping at the bit to hear from someone regarding a house, it looks like you get that information. It comes through this week. Or some of you, it feels like you're waiting for a job after there's been a job loss. There's definitely somebody that passed that's I guess coming across. I don't know. You're definitely feeling them. You feel their energy. Gemini, maybe this is the anniversary of somebody's passing. Don't lose your mind. Don't have a conniption. I don't know. I can't tell you what to do. This circumstance looks pretty frustrating. So for me to be like, I'd brush it off, Gemini. Act like it's not really happening. No, you're pissed off. It seems like you're pissed off and constantly about this. Constantly thinking about it. Maybe this is a constant situation for you. Some of you, maybe you are selling a home. Gemini. You're either selling, you're purchasing a home. Maybe you're looking to lease. Maybe your plans have been delayed. I mentioned to you something about your money. Maybe your plans are kind of put off because of, maybe you feel like you don't have the funds to be able to move right now. Or to be able to buy a particular property. Because it does look like you have your eye on a particular property, particular place. And maybe you're wanting to locate to or whatever. But something's preventing this right now. Maybe it's a long-term goal of yours. Random side note, somebody's cheating on a test. Okay. I think somebody's copying your work, trying to duplicate what you do. Gemini, 7 of Swords. So this is definitely something to do with work, like a copy-paste situation. Somebody sees you do something and they go ahead and do it. Like I said, fraudulent sort of situations where somebody is trying to take credit for your hard work. You see how they arms are. It just looks too similar, yet it's still detectable. It's this sort of thing. Like I said, it's catching attention, especially if it's done on socials. Something's done in public. This is you with a financial situation. It seems like I said, it's your credit, it's your income. This may be preventing you from getting the thing that you want. Because I do feel that you're being hindered in some sort of way. Something is hindering your situation. Some of you, maybe you are going through an eviction. Maybe you're trying to stop the eviction. Yep. I think so. You don't have the money to take care of something. Maybe it has something to do with children. And so maybe that's what somebody's accusing a mother figure of. Not being unfit, this sort of thing. You might see somebody in court this week, Gemini or cross watcher. Or like I mentioned, there's a court date. If it is not your court date, it may be the court date of somebody that you know. Maybe a family member. Maybe this really has you concerned. So this message comes through. You've been waiting to hear back from a court situation. This information reaches your hands this week. So whatever was halted at the beginning of the week, it feels like now you're able to kind of get more clarity on how a situation will go and what to expect coming up. in the coming weeks. This is at work. Yeah, this feels like you're definitely career focused. There's something that you're looking to achieve. Like I said, there's an increase in your name being circulated. For some of you, it's for good reasons. For some of you, it's not so good reasons. Who is this with this? Okay. I want to say somebody has a drinking and driving situation. It's a DUI. Careful about mixing alcohol and driving. Alcohol and emotions feel like they don't mix, especially this week. Then you want to add driving to it. Because it looks like you're leaving a situation like a bat out of hell, Gemini. Like you're just pissed off. I did say something may lead to somebody's downfall, and be careful that it's not you, that you're not doing something where you're not using your better judgment, Gemini. If you did have plans to travel or go someplace this week, it feels like that gets put behind schedule. It gets delayed. Why are you leaving the situation like this? Here, once again, is a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you are going to court and money is owed to you, Gemini or cross watcher, I see this money being paid out to you. For some of you, this is happening in your workplace. So you could possibly be getting a raise or promotion. Some of you are business owners. You work for yourself. As I mentioned, just as a few examples that I threw out, maybe you work for yourself. Maybe you work in the spiritual industry. You work a corporate job, some of you. You don't really trust the individuals that are around you. Some of you, I promise you, this is a DV situation. If somebody's going to jail, because I did mention that earlier in the reading. This is an indictment. Somebody goes for sentencing. For some of you, this is maybe a custody battle. I mentioned somebody passed away. Maybe this has something to do with maybe wrapping up somebody's estate or maybe power of attorney. Because I think I see in the background maybe somebody that has an illness. Someone could possibly be going through this, a mental illness, a physical ailment, and maybe you're trying to handle their affairs. Either way, it definitely feels like somebody knows that somebody has done something or that somebody is up to something. They're watchful to stay 10 paces ahead. I definitely feel like if somebody is being wronged, you do get justice. You may not get it immediately. Gemini or cross watcher, you might be very impatient, especially if this involves a company. Because it definitely feels like whatever this betrayal is, whatever someone has done against you, it feels like it knocks you down pretty hard. And it seems like you're trying to spring back up and get your balance back again, which I feel that you will. But yeah, this one kind of might be a curveball for you this week. Some of you, you're separated from the one that you love. One that you feel genuinely is the one. That's your one. That's your person. But somebody feels that they are completely aware that they effed up the situation, Gemini. They're coming to talk to you with regardless. They were in a third-party situation. They're no longer really involved like that anymore. They're not involved with someone seriously. I'll put it that way. They still might, have their little thing here and there, but they're not seriously dating anybody. Getting a check. This is like, I don't know, you should get an injury. This is like a disability check. Seems like some money is coming to you. It seems like every month, I don't know if you're getting a loan from someone, but you got a repeated situation. Some of you, maybe you feel like you're constantly going through issues with your money. You feel like you're constantly getting in a fight with somebody. Your boss, your spouse, yourself. But this is you getting in a fight with yourself mentally, because you got this card that says, sometimes I hear your voice in my head. Sometimes it seems like it might be your own. The voices in your head, the things that you tell yourself, the conversations that you have with yourself, Gemini or cross watcher, have been quite negative. I think that there's a reason for that. It feels like nothing in your situation this week feels certain. So it's causing your thoughts to go dark. I think, Gemini, the reason for all of this BS is going on in the background, all the theatrics. It feels like somebody sees you with a lot of brightness. Like they see your potential. But I think that someone would like to hide your brightness so that they don't have to compete with you. This is why someone is trying to stop you. And I mentioned to you, some of you, someone's doing spiritual work against you. Is to affect your money. If your money situation is kind of tied up, it distracts you from, like I said, getting work done. Seems like it's a whole chain reaction. And it's been going on for a while. Let me remind you, you have somebody that's looking for your downfall. That's not for everybody. It's not everybody's story, but that's somebody's story. And here is your confirmation, whomever that is. And I don't think you needed a combination. Maybe you need a lock. Or are you calling a locksmith? Maybe you need a combination lock. Maybe for a locker. I don't know. As soon as I pick up the deck, secret. It's chaotic, but I remain positive because the Most High has my back. Perfect. Yes, I injured myself at a union job in 2022. It's workers' comp for me. As a cross watcher on November 4th, and I don't trust family members. My dad passed this February. I'm sorry. The Scorpio goddess. The Scorpio ain't gonna lose in court. Stop trying, LOL losers. Let's see. Yes, come on. You got a hunt, an investigation. Yeah. And this card that says curiosity. They put it in a nice way, but really is nosiness. They might hide behind it and be like, oh, no, I was just curious. I just wanted to ask you this question and that question. But really, there's more to it. There's more to the story. And yeah, if you're posting something online, definitely. Somebody can't wait till you post it. Because it looks like some of you have hate watchers as well. Okay? Be careful of somebody pulling stunts. And then following up with the theatrics to try to make a situation, to try to make a scene, to make it seem like, no, it's Gemini. Gemini's the instigator. Gemini started this whole situation. Or cross-watcher. However this happens to play out in your situation. Somebody is trying to trigger somebody. It's like they're poking the bear. They're trying to provoke you. They provoke you so much. They cross your boundaries so much that you finally say something. You stand up for yourself because a Gemini is going to, if this is you and you're doing this to a Gemini, you're going to hear that Gemini's mouth. You see how the Gemini's hand is raised? I hope that's not why you're in court, Gemini. I hope that's not what it is. But you might feel tempted to put your hand up. Gemini. But like I said, some of you are in a DV situation, and that's what this is. Somebody could be hunting someone down, definitely in disguise. This feels like this is law enforcement hunting someone down. Being watchful of them. Especially your comings and goings. Gemini or cross watcher. Uncertainty. Yeah, see how you got a mask here? Especially if something's being said online. Somebody's trolling you. Or this is you. Maybe you see your kids and maybe you feel like they're like it's the people around them that are affecting them, or you just don't know who to trust in the situation when it comes to your children. This is you doing investigation. Yeah, of course, you're an air sign. You are thinking about something. Come on. If you don't read tarot, or you are the tarot reader, like I said, that's what brings you here today, is uncertainty over your situation and the desire to get foresight, to kind of make a preparation about how you can kind of position yourself to win or to avert a particular obstacle, because trust and believe it's there. And so these nosy people, that's what I mean, Gemini. I said you got your hand up, don't slap somebody. Maybe you feel like something is a slap in the face. Maybe you do. Or this could be someone being accused of child abuse, Gemini. This somebody's watching you, especially around your home. Okay, let's go. Did you lose the key? You might have lost the key. Oh, never mind. I was going to say you lost the key to a lock, but I guess every lock has a key, so that's redundant. But maybe you did, or you lost the combination. You forgot the combination to something when you really needed it. So I don't know the advice. Maybe write it down. Maybe keep your keys in a safe location. Maybe some of you could possibly be relocating your keys. Gemini. Yes, thank you. People are seeing this week whatever somebody thought that they could trick and maybe felt, whatever somebody thinks that they can pull the wool over people's eyes. The public or someone in particular, the judge. It's not happening. It's not, no matter how clever somebody thinks that they are. The truth is going to be seen. Somebody's tricks, somebody's lies are going to be seen. Somebody's been, like I said, many people have been watching. The situation has been lasting for a long time. I think the lasting situation is a financial one. If it's not your financial situation, it may be somebody that's around you. It seems like month after month, like I said, maybe you feel like you're coming up short. What's going on for the Geminis with their money this week, spirit guides? Are there any changes with the I think there are changes for a financial situation for you Geminis. Reason being is because some of you, I mentioned, you could be getting a job. You could definitely be coming across a job opening. Maybe this is you. Maybe that's what you're doing online. Maybe you're job searching. You might come across an opening for a house, a job, something that, because it looks like you look pretty happy with whatever it is that you see on the screen. So you're coming across it. I think that, like I said, you may apply for a job. And it seems like your financial situation will slowly come back to, it'll slowly normalize. You have money in your hands again. I don't think I have to make it any more clear, Gemini or Crosswatcher. Somebody is following you, following your movements, or this is, like I said, a follower online. You might get an increase in your following. Spirit says, yes, that is the case. Financial situations, they turn around. You get justice this week, Gemini. Corrupt individuals, they get handled. They get looked into. situations that didn't look like they were going to work out and it was going to be you're behind on the line, Spirit comes in and they switch your situation up. But trust and believe, somebody is sus. They're real covert. Somebody's a snake. I feel like this is somebody around your house or your living situation. So this is you treading carefully. Some of you, maybe you don't feel like you have a direction to go in. You're not sure what to do, especially if a living situation looks very uncertain to you. Spirit is going to be putting you in touch with the right person, the right people, the right individual to talk to. Because I mentioned to you, this phone call comes through this week. Whatever this phone call brings, you get clarity. So whatever this whole thing was at the beginning of the week about this uncertainty, you see things clearly. Now you're able to make plans. And whatever, like I said, you were just kind of was perplexing you and had you in a state of frustration because you had to wait. Something is going to require you to wait. Gemini, like I said, you're impatient. Spirit saying you might have to sit still for a minute, Gemini, to get that clarity. But it does come in. Patience. I don't know if this is you worrying yourself to the point that you're not feeling well, Gemini or cross watcher, and it may not be you that's not feeling well. It could be somebody around you. And manage your time the best that you can, because I definitely feel for some of you Geminis, time equals money. Money equals stability, and stability equals peace of mind for you. Some of you, maybe you are pregnant. Maybe that's what you're impatient about. You want to see your baby's face. Because like I said, something is not, you don't feel like yourself this week. Some of you, you're moving to another city. So there could be some weight gain that either you have or that you're concerned about. You might have some people in your life that kind of come and go. You might feel like you're reaching the end of your rope. And I don't know, somebody's trying to cause a pitfall. I don't think that that's really going to happen. I just think that that's what someone is trying to create for you. They want to frustrate you. So I don't think it's really worth worrying yourself about. But if we're talking about your health, it seems like, and this is not a criticism, Gemini, but whatever you're eating, maybe there's not enough fiber in your diet. Some of you are insulin resistant, or you're just straight up diabetic. And you're eating a lot of junk, and you're wondering why you're having headaches, or you're disoriented, or you feel like you can't get out of bed, you're just kind of tired and sluggish. Well, maybe it's you're not getting enough sleep. Maybe you're fighting with somebody all night. I don't know. So what you have is an issue with skin. And maybe it's necessary to maybe drink some more water. And definitely feel like you have a circulation issue. Like you got like something to do with neuropathy. Again, this is connected to, I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I think some of you are diabetic. I definitely see that. I see slow digestion. I see maybe some of you might need a colonoscopy. And for some of you, that's just your anxiety level that's just through the roof. Your stress level that's just constantly overworked. So your body, with all these chemicals and hormones, are definitely overworked as well. Spirit is saying, settle down, Gemini. Get some rest. For some of you, this feels like this is a feminine health issue. I think some of you Geminis, you've been needing to go to the doctor. It could be for a follow-up. It could be for something routine. For others of you, it seems like it's a bit more serious. As I've stated multiple times, Gemini, I may not be talking about you. I might be talking about somebody around you. Some of you, it's your pet that might need to go to the doctor. Maybe they're having a health issue. You're getting some emotional support from your pet. I feel like you don't move around a lot, Gemini. So you might feel motivated to get moving. Maybe this is you getting into an exercise program. Maybe you're going to the gym or whatever you might feel fits your budget. Others of you, I think you are going to the doctor. You have stated in the past what your issues are, but it seems like you're just kind of frustrated with the way the healthcare is going, or the way that your doctor might be kind of dismissive about your symptoms. That might even be like a chronic issue. But it seems like Gemini or cross-watcher, whomever I'm talking to, it seems like there's something that you can do on your part, your side, to kind of avoid or combat, to mitigate this whole situation with your health. Especially if this has something to do with, like I said, food consumption, what it is that you're eating. Maybe sometimes it's not a bad idea to get a second opinion. Maybe getting some sleep would definitely do the trick. Because maybe you feel this week that you're irritable because you're operating on the least amount of sleep. Some of you, it seems like the issue is forgiveness. You're holding on. Things are festering. Again, this card that says, sometimes I hear your voice in my head. You're replaying something in your head over and over again about something that happened a long time ago. You're still hurt about it. And it may not be one event. It could definitely be just a lot of things that you feel were just really unfair to you. You didn't like how something went down. So your emotions and your thoughts could definitely be affecting your well-being. So this week, your spirit guides are saying, slow down. Gemini or cross-watcher, pay attention to your health. It seems like time may work out the issues on their own. But like I said, it's the fact that maybe you're feeling impatient about certain situation. When your guys are saying, you know what, Gemini, sit tight. Maybe you're not looking at the situation from all angles and the right perspective. So something might take a little bit of time to kind of play out, especially the justice that you're looking for in a particular situation. That as well. The advice, Holy Spirit, for the Gemini nation. My son's tablet always reveals some good information. You might be in a lot of traffic. There might be a lot of horns honking. Since we're talking about patience, you might feel that the people around you lack it. And then people might feel this way about you, Gemini, especially maybe on the road. Spirit, show me the advice for the Gemini nation. Gemini, the advice is patience. Pause before you take action. Trust the divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. Your guys are saying, play while you wait. It has your back when it comes to your situation, but it seems like the way that you're looking at your situation, I don't know. Maybe patience is not your thing. It may not be a thing for just humankind. We might just, it might just be a human thing. Prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. All right, Gemini, that's for somebody. Holy Spirit, show me what's going on. Oh, friendship. Seek out your soul family. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend more time socializing your social sign. Yet you're introverted this week because of your circumstances. Maybe these are people inviting you out. Yes, for a celebration. Maybe this is the holidays. Maybe you're celebrating the birthday of a Scorpio. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. what I mean. You're feeling like your world is falling apart, but really all you needed to do was wait it out. Step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. I think that is definitely you, Gemini. We talked about that. Maybe you have an aspiration to be an influencer, or your voice. It seems like there's something that you're meant to convey, a particular message. Spirit is saying, do it. Put it out there, Gemini. One last card for the Gemini nation for the next 7 days. Power in peace. Those who love. No. We're going to go this way. Everything is energy. You create the unstoppable momentum of success when you focus clearly on your goals. Some of you are dealing with the Sagittarius, or you have Sag placements. Aim high. You're definitely goal-oriented, or you have the ability to be, if you can get out of your head. We're air signs. I'm an air sign too, Gemini, so I get it. That sometimes things can be like this. We can be very cerebral. We can just allow our mind to just take us places. And that can take us off path. Spirit guides are saying, instead, focus on the solution. Focus on your goals. Again, this card says play while you wait. Again, a lighthearted mentality, knowing that everything is going to fall in place the way that it needs to. Situations might just take some time, Gemini, this week. With that, Gemini Nations concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If you found that this reading was helpful, Gemini, help me out by giving this reading a thumbs up. Consider subbing to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you, Gemini Nation and Cross Watchers, for tuning in this week. Have a blessed, beautiful, productive week, Gemini Nation. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.